Well, hello there, my friend. It's me, Stu, here for you. And today we are talking about why do people join a membership? This is a good question. And it is a relevant question for every single business owner in the world because right now we are seeing a major shift in the way in which business is being done. In fact, Forbes magazine declared that memberships and subscriptions are the number 2 trend heading into 2022. So imagine, like, of all the things that could be happening right now, memberships and subscriptions are the number 2 trend according to Forbes magazine. And here's why this is relevant. Because as business owners, you and I, we want to be mindful, we want to be aware of all the things that are happening in the marketplace. But we also want to be mindful of like why people are actually joining memberships and subscriptions in the first place. And that's exactly what I'm going to break down for you here in this video. So I get asked this all the time because of, being in the membership world and helping literally tens of thousands of people for decades. I get asked a question like, well, why would somebody want to pay on an ongoing basis to join a membership instead of just paying one time? And it's a valid question, but there are 3 reasons. There are many, but I'm going to boil down the 3 top reasons for you. Okay. So there are 3 reasons and they all start with C. So to make it easy, it's the 3 C's. So the first one that I want to break down for you and the reason why people are joining memberships and subscriptions, first and foremost, is content, meaning they want to learn some new skill. They want to learn some information. They want to learn how to go from where they are, and they want to better their life and experience some progress in some way to where they want to be. So think about it like this. Let's say somebody's wanting to learn to play the guitar. Okay, so they just bought a guitar and they don't know any chords, they don't know any songs, they don't know any strumming, they don't know anything, right? And they want to go from like not knowing how to play the guitar to being the next campfire hero. Like in the when they're out camping with their friends, they want to be the person that is around the campfire playing the guitar, being able to play any song that somebody picks up. Okay, so that's where they ultimately want to be. But right now, they just bought a guitar. So how do they go from not knowing how to play to being able to play? This is where a membership would come into play. This is where, get it? This is where a membership would come into play. Okay, but this is where a membership would be able to serve them in acquiring the skills of being able to learn the guitar and be able to play at a high level. Okay, so the first reason that somebody's going to want to join is for the content. They want to learn something. They want to master some skills. They want to get information. They want to go from not knowing how to play the guitar to becoming the next campfire hero. They want to go from a broken relationship to a thriving relationship. They want to go from kids struggling in school to kids thriving in school. They want to go from not knowing how to paint to being able to not only paint a beautiful painting, but perhaps even maybe one day sell their artwork, right? So the first reason that people join is because they want to learn some new skills. They want to master, some topic. They want to better themselves and experience some progress in some way. Ginger Dean, good to see you, buddy. Ginger just said here, membership model was and still is the best decision that she has made. And Ginger, because I know a little bit about Ginger and her amazing story, but Ginger had a business where she was meeting people, one-on-one, and it was tremendously taxing, right? Because in her business, she's helping women in particular who are, have left a terrible relationship and are now on that road to recovery, of being able to, have the confidence and the clarity of knowing exactly who they want in their life and the type of relationship that they want. And so before she was helping people one-on-one. That was her business model. She shifted to a membership model. It's allowed her to serve a ton more people, a heck of a lot more people. So she's impacting more people, and it's reduced the pressure for her from a delivery standpoint as well. We'll get to more of that in just a minute. Okay, back to the top 3 reasons. Great to see you, Ginger. Okay, top 3 reasons. Number 1 is content. People join a membership because they want to learn new skills. They want to master new skills. They want to experience progress in some area of their life, going from where they are to where they want to be. Now, I will say this before I move on. One of the worst things that you could do in a membership is just load people up with a whole bunch of information. Because what people don't want is they don't want to just get loaded up and overwhelmed. They want the fastest path to go from where they are to where they want to be. This is a key insight. So just know that more information does not mean more value in a membership. The key to content that serves people and helps them experience that progress is the fastest, shortest path. Okay, so always remember that. We'll talk more about that certainly in coming weeks. Okay, number 1 reason people join is content. Number 2 reason that people join is community. And I can tell you, this is a massive component for online memberships today, more so than ever before. Because if the last 2 years have taught us anything, it's number 1, we don't know what's going to happen. But number 2, there is a huge void that people are feeling when it comes to normal human interaction. I don't know where you live in this world, but what I can tell you is that in many parts of the world, people have been isolated, lonely, and have lost that sense of connection with fellow humans. So connection is really important. But what makes a membership even more valuable is not just the connection itself, but it's a connection around a subject matter that they have a shared interest in. So when you find people that you have a shared interest in, it can transform who you are. Like, I'll give you a quick example. So my kids this year started a brand new school. So as parents, we were a little bit nervous about it, obviously, because, you want nothing more than your kids to be able to, feel settled and confident and comfortable in a new school. And so, my daughter, she's 10. And so she's coming into the school and she was nervous. And we weren't totally sure, but we're doing our thing as parents. We're, prepping her and my son too. And we're like, it's going to be great. You're going to meet some great people, blah, blah, blah. But you know how it is. Like at that age, like, you're still going to be nervous, right? Like there's all the social dynamics of kids. So we walk our kids to school. We give them the pep rally, off they go. And, my wife and I were walking home. We're like, please just let this be, a great day for them. And, then we go back and my wife and I, Amy, we go back and we walk back to school and we pick them up at the end of the day. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like, what's going to happen? So the bell rings and, the kids start coming out and I see my daughter and I've got got eye contact with my daughter and she's got like this massive smile on her face. And she comes running up to me. She's like, Dad. And I said, Marla, how was your day? She's like, it was the best day of school ever. And I'm like, what? I'm like, tell me why. She's like, Dad, you won't believe it. Okay, so I'm in this class and, I'm a new kid, of course, and there are other new kids in the class as well who have never been to this school. And I connect with one of the girls and she had just come from a Montessori school and I've just come from a Montessori school. So we got that in common. I'm like, that is amazing. She's like, but wait, Dad, it gets better. She loves horses too. And I love horses. So we just started talking about horses all day long. And I'm like, that's amazing. She's like, wait, Dad, it gets even better. She is riding at the new stable that I'm riding at as well. And I'm like, what? So she hit it off. So her whole school experience got framed up in a tremendously positive way because she connected with one other girl. She didn't have to connect with all these other people in the class. She just needed to make one connection. And she did. And the whole school experience got framed up in a positive light because of that. Now, I'm sharing this with you because that story is very representative of what is happening in the world in general. We just miss that connection, that genuine connection with people that we have something in common with people who we feel comfortable with. We're in a space where it's not so divisive and not so negative. We want to get back to a place where we can finally feel at ease with those that we are with. That's what a well-crafted membership can provide. That's what community is all about. And that's the opportunity that we have as business owners to build community around our products, our services, and the things that we get to help our clients and customers with. So the number one reason that people join a membership is content. They're wanting to acquire some skills, learn some things, go from where they are to where they want to be. The number two reason is community and building that deep, powerful, impactful, meaningful connection with others who have a shared interest. And then the third reason that people join a membership. I'm kind of cheating here because I'm combining two, but the third reason is clarity and convenience. Clarity and convenience. What do I mean by that? Well, one of the other interesting things that happened during the last 2 years is that when the world was kind of shutting down, right? Naturally, we were all in a state of uncertainty and a state of flux, not knowing what was going to happen or how it was going to roll out. But what was kind of interesting was, I don't know about you, but I'm, a little bit of an introvert. And what I realized was like, okay, I'm stuck at home, but now there are all these companies who are figuring out how to get the stuff that I want to me without me having to go get it. I was like, this is like an introvert's dream come true. Because suddenly all these companies realized, okay, if our customers can't come to us, how can we get what we have to them? And so instantly, so many more things became convenient and businesses shifted on a dime from a model of hoping that people are going to come and buy from them to a model of certainty, of knowing that people were going to buy from them every month because they set up a subscription that then delivered the thing. We saw a massive boom in subscription boxes. We saw a massive boom in subscription services. And we saw a massive boom in memberships because what these companies began doing is creating a heck of a lot more convenience. And at the same time, there were a whole lot of businesses that were also creating a heck of a lot more clarity for people. Because, for example, when people are learning something, as I was saying earlier, what they don't want is they don't want to come into a members area where it's like this big, massive library of stuff. Because when it's a big library of massive stuff, people just get overwhelmed and they just hit the eject button. They're like, see ya, I'm out of here. Forget it. Because it's a huge hassle to be able to sift and sort through all of the stuff to find the few things that are relevant for them. Nobody wants that. So when somebody comes into a membership, they're either looking for the convenience that we talked about, making their life easier, and at the same time, they're looking for the clarity of what is the fastest, most simple path to go from where I am to where I want to be. All the other stuff, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like, it's not relevant to them. So, oftentimes people will make the mistake thinking that the more stuff I give inside, oh gosh, I'm getting excited. I'm knocking things over here. People will get excited, or will think that the more stuff I create, the more stuff I add, the more value I'm creating in the membership. Not true. It's not true. Look, if you can get somebody from point A to point B in 3 steps rather than 10, people are always going to want to take the fewer amount of steps to get the result. Simple, right? It makes sense. And yet, so many people make the mistake of thinking that the more I give, the more value I create. Not true. So you got to realize why people are joining a membership. Number one is the content, to acquire the knowledge, to learn how to go from where I am to where I want to be. Right? They want to learn how to, they don't know how to paint. They want to learn how to paint. They don't know how to speak a language. They want to learn how to have conversation in a language. They've got a broken relationship. They want a thriving relationship. They're completely unorganized and cluttered. They want to figure out how to get organized, have a non-cluttered life, etc., etc. So the number one reason that people join is content. They want to learn something. They want to acquire skills. They want to master something. Number two is for community. They want to connect. We've lost this in the last 2 years. We've lost that genuine connection. And so people are feeling lonely. They're feeling isolated. They're feeling disconnected. And they want a place that feels safe, where it's not so divisive. It's not so negative. Where people can have conversation about the things that they enjoy and the things that they love. And the third reason that people join a membership is for convenience and clarity. The convenience of going from where they are to where they want to be in the shortest amount of steps, with the fastest path. They want the convenience of things being delivered to them automatically. They want the convenience of not having to think and having to sift and sort through the bajillion pieces of information that are out there in this world to find the few things that are relevant for them. That's why people join memberships. Content, community, convenience, and clarity. And there are tons of examples of memberships that fit this mold. I think of Sarah Williams as an example. So Sarah, my goodness, in the last few years has seen massive explosion in not just one, but multiple memberships that she has launched. She has a membership that delivers a physical box, a subscription box, provides women with the kinds of things that make them feel beautiful, right? And she's created a tremendous amount of convenience by delivering this box, where these women, they don't have to think about the handbag that matches with the earrings, that matches with the, this and the t-shirt and that and all the things, right? They don't have to worry about that. Sarah just makes them look good, feel good, and it's delivered straight to their door, right? Another example, Levi Kajula, with his business partner, Tony. What have they done? Well, they help people learn how to master the guitar. What they've got real clear on, though, is who their avatar is. It's not the, teenager who's, wanting to one day start a band. No. Their avatar is that male that's 45, 50, older, who once had a guitar, maybe knew a few notes, maybe how to play a song or two. But, that guitar's collected dust over the years, and they're picking it back up and they're wanting to reignite that passion for their guitar. That's who their market is. That's who they serve. And not only do they help them relearn the guitar, but they've created this amazing community of people who have built this connection around the guitar. It's beautiful to watch. And they've grown this from hundreds to thousands to now tens of thousands of members. It's pretty remarkable. There are other examples too. Like I think of Debbie Steinberg, who's created this amazing business helping parents who have kids with all kinds of learning challenges. So here are parents who are wanting to learn how to help their children, support their children, help their children thrive given the challenges that their children may have. Debbie's created an amazing membership that supports them in doing so. These are all examples, and there are literally thousands of them from our community. But here's what I want you to know. As a business owner, memberships and subscriptions are a booming opportunity. It's the reason that Forbes magazine named it the #2 trend in digital marketing for 2022. It's the reason that we have seen memberships grow more in the last 2 years than we ever have before. And it's an exciting trend, not only for those that we get to serve, but for us as entrepreneurs. Because a membership, it gets us away from hoping that people will come back and buy from us again and again and again. And we move towards a business model that creates certainty, where we know with certainty that people will be paying us again and again and again each and every month. And I don't know about you, but after the last 2 years, the more I can move towards certainty, the better. That's what memberships provide. And this is why memberships have seen a big boom. So to recap, the 3 reasons that people will join a membership. Number 1, for the content. They're wanting to learn how to go from where they are to where they want to be. They want to acquire the knowledge. They want to master the skills. Number 2, community. And more so now than ever before, people are seeking, desiring, craving that human connection again in a way where it's not divisive, but instead it brings us together around things that we're passionate about, things that we're excited about, that brings positive energy. Huge opportunity right now as it relates to memberships and subscriptions. So number 1 is content. Number 2 is community. And number 3 is convenience and clarity. If we can provide our members and our audience what they want in a faster, easier, more simple way, people will always gravitate toward that. Always. So, content, community, convenience, and clarity. There you have it, my friend. So, as we continue on this journey, if you've got questions about how a membership might work for your business, I want to encourage you, go check out themembershipguide.com. Themembershipguide.com. Here, I'll even create a little thing for you. Themembershipguide.com. Because we get asked questions all the time. You do that. I've been helping people now for decades, literally tens of thousands of people in all kinds of markets and industries. And I get asked questions all the time. And so what we did was we compiled the top 10 questions that we get asked and I get asked about growing a successful membership. And I responded to each and every one of them. And then not only that, but we put them in the guide and we accompanied them with a ton of examples. It will inevitably get your creative juices flowing and get you moving in the right direction. And it's all available for free. Just go to themembershipguide.com. All right, my friend, thank you so much for joining me here today. You're amazing. You're awesome. Go make it a great day. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.